Hello everyone, it's great to be back after a long hiatus of refurbishment. And now that I'm back, all I hear is vaccines, vaccines, vaccines. The obsession with vaccines because the world is dealing under the storm cloud of the coronavirus, trying to cope with the consequences for HIV and malaria and tuberculosis and sexual and reproductive health and kids who aren't in school and the contagion of sexual violence and the acceleration of poverty and the consequences of a recovery causing damage. Everybody is looking for a vaccine as a silver bullet. So where do we stand? Well, you will know that there are 8 or 9 vaccines in the pipeline that are not yet approved. But look at what's happening. The United States and the United Kingdom and the European Union and Australia, Japan, even Canada, we're all buying up hundreds of millions of doses of the vaccine at a cost of billions upon billions of dollars. How in the world can the poor and middle-income countries of Latin America and Africa and parts of Asia compete with that kind of expenditure? And look at Canada as a good example. Just last week, the Prime Minister of Canada indicated that we had purchased in advance 174 million doses, that's my addition, of the various vaccines from a whole slew of pharmaceutical companies, from AstraZeneca, and Johnson & Johnson, and Moderna, and Pfizer, and Sanofi, and GlaxoSmithKline. All of them we've purchased vaccines from at a cost of well over $1 billion. Now, in order to show our virtue, in an act of what I see as humanitarian hubris, the Prime Minister said, we're going to give $440 million to something called COVAX, the entity at the center, run by the World Health Organization and the Global Vaccine Initiative, which is responsible for the equitable distribution of the vaccines when they are finally discovered and approved. But fully half of the money that Canada has given to COVAX is earmarked for Canada's exclusive use for itself, which makes no sense at all. But the truth is that we've given over $1 billion to securing the vaccine. It's called vaccine nationalism for Canadians, but a pittance of that, a fifth, the sixth, the seventh for the rest of the world. What should be happening surely is that for every dollar that is spent on the purchase of vaccines by the industrial democracies, an equivalent dollar should be set aside for the poor and middle income countries. But it's not happening. What is happening instead with vaccines is the shameless resurgence of Western imperialism with a vengeance. That was last week. I'm Stephen Lewis.